It's season 17, week 6 of LFM Pro, 90 minutes at Imola in split 2. I qualified in 33rd with a 1 minute and 41.495 seconds. That's a pretty good lap time for me, but just a little slower than I'd like. It was a really close qualifying session. If I'd gone just 3/10 faster, I would have been about 13 or 14 positions higher. The race turned out to be pretty tough. I took a bit of damage on lap 1, and then got hit again around the 30-minute mark. That made it hard to move forward. There was an incident ahead. I hit the brakes hard and thought I was going to make it, but the driver behind ended up hitting me, giving me 4.5 seconds of damage. Not a lot, but just enough to slow me down a bit. I really struggled with the chicane. In Mclaren, it wants to bounce a lot. The only line that feels clean and fast ends up giving me a track line. Weirdly, the more curve I take, the smoother it feels. Doesn't make much sense. Mustang has ridiculous straight line speed, which makes it really hard to race against. A few laps in, the driver spins in turn 1, and that puts me in 29th. By lap 8, the two cars ahead are fighting, and the McLaren loses the rear and punts off the Ferrari. I move up into 28th. There's a bit of a scuffle ahead that brings me and the driver in front back into the battle. The McLaren overtakes the Audi, which causes a bit of traffic jam, and I get overtaken by the Audi behind. A few laps later, the red Audi ahead spins. Then on lap 13, I run wide and hit the speed bumps of the chicane exit. I get overtaken again, now back in 29. On lap 16, there's an incident in the chicane. I get hit from behind and spun around, dropping me all the way down to 35th. It's lap 20, yellow flag ahead. Looks like a Ferrari's been spun, and a few drivers are rejoining the track. Not sure what happened, but the Ferrari in front seems to miss the brakes and goes off, hitting the wall. That puts me up in a 32nd. On lap 25, I decide to make my pit stop. I don't repair the damage. Maybe I should have, but I wasn't feeling confident in my pace. I didn't think I could make up the 9 seconds it would take. I come out of the pits in 34th, right behind 33rd.
Faster cars approaching. We're halfway through that kitchen.
By lap 30, 2 drivers are in the pits, so I move up into 31st.
Well done, mate. That's the best. There's a car exiting pit lane.
The Audi behind gets a good run in turn 1 and overtakes me. Nice little battle.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Unfortunately, I mess up the chicane again and lose some time. On lap 38, the Audi in front finally makes a mistake. I move up into 30th. The next driver is 5 seconds ahead, and there are about 25 minutes left in the race.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Then the race leader catches me. I lift to let him by when I get the chance. He's racing for the Ferrari esports team, and his teammate is just 6 seconds behind him in second place.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
The Ferrari behind tries to send it into a corner. I go wide to avoid contact. Luckily, we all survived that moment. Then second place catches up to me. I'm actually on my best lap so far, so I try to keep pushing. He doesn't seem too bothered, no flashing or anything. Once my lap's done, I lift and let him through, and try to follow as best I can. Man, those Ferrari esports drivers are fast.
Final warning for exceeding track limits.
A driver ahead is serving a drive-through penalty, which puts me into 29.
Faster car coming down behind you.
Now third place is behind me, and I try to stay out of the way. Fourth is not far behind me.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car coming down behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
By lap 50, I actually catch up to 28. He goes a little wide, and I take the opportunity to overtake, just in time, because 5th and 6th are right behind us, and I really don't want to mess up the race.
Clear on the left.
Final corner. I finish in 28th place. It was a very tough race. I regret not pitting earlier and repairing the damage, but I still had a lot of fun. There were some great battles, even though my pace was just a bit off. I really couldn't get through that last chicane cleanly. The setup needs a lot of work there.
Head back to the pits.
Thanks for watching. I'll show my setup, but keep in mind it still needs adjustments, especially in that last chicane. Check out my playlist and other videos for more sim racing content. Let me know in the comments what your favorite car in ACC is. I might try something new for Season 18.